Salutations, good people. It's Melissa here, back with another video. Welcome back to the awkwardness. Yes, we're back with another one. Huzzah! So today I'm going to be ranking all of my BH Cosmetics palettes. I have a lot. And some I've already decluttered. So I have my little handy dandy stack of order history from the website. So let's get on to this. Some things I've decluttered and I've not rehomed as well, so just letting you know. And today's eye look is brought to you by 2 BH palettes, which, excuse me, muff, I will get to when we get to them on the list. I'm going to start from my least favorite because I like starting from my least favorite and ending on a high note. Although some would argue or state that maybe it's nice to start on a high note and then trickle on down to a meh. But we're gonna go ahead and start with my least favorite. This thing. I'm not even opening it. Everybody knows the color scheme here. Look on the back. It's on the back. Boom. There are much better, highly more pigmented things. The reason that just kept me was the packaging. The packaging is beautiful. I love it. It's with Carnival. It's beautiful. And if you did not know this, this is the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. It's subpar. It's hard to work with. My friends are just like, maybe you're not using it right. I'm just like, I can't be that bad at makeup, but good golly, Miss Molly. Okay. So, yeah, no, not my favorite. Another one that's not ranked, and I did love these kind of solar system, galaxy themed shadow palettes they had with the big formula. The Aurora Lights. This one's next. It is chunky. It's just like the colors are beautiful. It's just they're not as good. I feel like they're just a different flora formula than the previous palettes, you know? It's just like So that one is on the list. Now let me go through my paper here. Nope, these are actually good rated ones. Ooh, the next one is the BH kind of 120 colors palette, which is like, you know, it had those 2 stacks that basically you could find on AliExpress or something like that. Dirt cheap. They cost like $12. I decluttered it. It was meh. That's really what it is. It's just meh. It's a good starter palette. Not an ashy one, but just a good starter palette for anybody really just coming into makeup. It's dirt cheap and you get 120 colors. Super colorful, you know, rainbow colors. So that's always a plus, but the rest of it is just like Let me see if the other one is on here. I have decluttered both of the Ashley Tisdale Goddess palettes. I had the Beach Goddess and the Night Goddess, I think. Oh no, I had Goddess and Night Goddess. I was trying to get my hands on the Beach Goddess, but I was like, you know, I need to let this go. So I let them go. So I rehomed those. So those both, alright, they were okay. Well, actually one was okay, because I didn't even use the other one. So I was just like, meh, it was alright. It was alright. Was it good? No. Was it great? No. It was okay. It was alright. It was alright. Let's see what else. Nope. the Carli Bybel Deluxe palette. I had 2 of those. My original came broken, and then they sent me a replacement. I decluttered the original one to my friend Hannah, and I decluttered my replacement to my friend Shmi. So, sayonara. I only used it for one shade, which was, I think, a bronze shade. I think it was a highlight, and I used it on my eyes, and that was it. That was it. That was it. Essentially, that's what I wanted. It was just those nice bronze shade. Oh, next one is the bronze. What was it? Bronze Paradise. It had this one little pop of blue in it, you know, the big trend, pop of blue. And it was like a 9-pan, but it had 2 face shades. It had a bronzer, and a contour shade or something like that. Those were real light and ashy. That was a starter palette because I felt there was barely any pigmentation. It was a bit hard for me to work with, and I wasn't feeling it. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Let's see what else here. Alright, well, I guess the rest are in my box over here. If not, I will return to my stack of papers. Ooh, next one. It's meh, but it's not great. This is the sequel or follow-up to the Take Me Back to Brazil. This is the Take Me Back to Brazil Rio edition. This one is basically, it's all shimmer heavy. Yeah, these are mostly shimmers, if I remember correctly. Yes, these are all shimmers. All of these are shimmers. And I guess you could use it in conjunction with your Take Me Back to Brazil palette. But I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. So that it's just okay. Ooh, another palette. I do not have it. It was the B by Bubs Beauty. I bought that one too. Ooh, that was hella ashy for me. That was on the border of ashy starter palette. And, yeah, no. It's like a little rectangular one. I also decluttered that one years ago. To me. To a lot of my friends. I was like, you know what? Bye. It had a beautiful color story. It just was not working for me whatsoever. Let's see. 2 more I have are Foil Eyes. And Foil Eyes 2. So these 2, this one's first, this one first, and this one second. In order. These, it's all foil, it's all shimmer palette. I think this is back when BH might have been like private labeling because super cheap packaging, formulation's not great. It's just nothing to write home about. So it's okay. And I only used combined maybe 8 shades, maybe, with both palettes. 8 shades together from both palettes. And there's 28 shades in each palette. Just think about that, good people. Think about that. Next on my list here is the Daisy Marquez palette. I turned out a gorgeous look with it. I just thought it was going to be way cooler, or like really something. I feel it was just a little lackluster, in my opinion, you know, which this is obviously, this is what it is. These are my opinions, and I feel they were a bit lackluster with les shadows. They were just meh. They were real meh. What did I knock over? Oh, the lid to my my Rubbermaid tub over here. Okay, next up to bat. The three I just had in my hand are definitely not bad. This is the Wild Child. This okay. It's nothing to write home about. It's a little 9-pan, warm tone, baked shadow formula. Saying it's bad. Well, I don't like the Taking Back to Brazil. That I feel is bad, but this one's not bad. I've got use out of this. It doesn't look like it, but I've used these. Except that white shade, which is, it's a nice inner corner highlight. It's a pearly shade. But I have used these, and they're really nice. I have decluttered this. I just haven't found it a new home yet. And it's cute. I'm not going to try to swatch all of these because this video will be like 2 hours long. Okay. Next is the Wild and Alluring palette. I'm just going to show you on the back of the box. So that's what the shadows look like. Focus. Okay. They are swirled marbled pans. They have highlighters and I think blush. No, I think they're just highlighters. But the pinky one always looks like a glowy blush to me. Meh. I don't do highlighters that color. Not really my speed. But yeah, it's fine. Next is the Summer Loving. And this is not terrible. It's just not, like real. I think I got this as a free gift with purchase. So, a little warm tone, pretty basic, pretty standard, you know the drills. So, this is okay. It's not bad. I created a few fun looks with this, doing two-tone eyes, which is always fun for me. What else? Oh yeah, I gotta rip through this drawer to get to everything. Okay. Next up, and I like this. Oh, people talked about this last year because of the layout. But this is a very nice formula. This is the Santa Fe palette. And people are talking about the layout. It looks like this. I found this to be a great palette. I used this for 10 days because I wanted to test it out. I wanted to try it. I wanted to familiarize myself with it. The formula's nice. So that's just me just swiping my finger through the pan. If you're like, how do I get my brush in it? You can get your brush in here. I thought it was fun. Like it was like a nice little palette I've done, like a matte look with the Rio Grande. It's not bad. It's not bad, honestly. And it has a nice vanilla scent. I don't know. It's a very pleasant scent on the palette. So, it's not bad at all. Let's see. Oi. Ooh, here we go. Next up is this. This was last year's festival palette. The one previous to that, 2018, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But this was real disappointing because the original festival palette was so good. Everybody slept on it. It was so good that they should have made it permanent. This should have never been made. Or they should have really used the same formula that they used for the weekend festival, which is much higher up on the list. Guys, it's good. let's see here. Okay. Now, as we kind of drift toward the middle, again, these are not bad. They're just, these are much better than the meh. These are just way more than middling. These are starting to become like my favorites or closer to my favorites. And this is the Supernova palette. It's kind of a muted, it's like part cool tone. Doesn't look it, but it's a little bit cool tone. In the pan, looks way more muted in person. The lights are probably washing this out. I like it. This is when I first started getting into makeup, like falling into the rabbit hole. I will tell you, I placed my first BH order August 17th, 2017. And one of my favorite palettes was that purchase. Next up is Galaxy Chic. I'm not going to open it, but as you can see, there's the back. It's also marbled pans. These are all baked eyeshadow. They're all shimmers. It's not necessarily bond. It's just that's what they be. That's what they be. Just trying to, whoa, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Next up. Oh, I think we're getting to the last 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, geez. There's still a lot to go. Let's just keep going. I do like this palette. It's just, I like the other ones more. This is the Glam Reflections palette. As you can see, everything on my bed in my bedroom. Palette. This is in Smoke. Actually, this was a whole series. I had Rosé, the same type of packaging, but it was a rose gold package. I decluttered that, gave it to my sister, and then would come Smoke. So I'm ranking Rosé, then Smoke. So just letting you know. And I have used this, and I do like this palette. I've created great looks with it. As you can see, there's some dips. So I have put it to good use. There are some dips. Dip, baby, dip. In these palettes. One of my favorite looks I ever created was this all blue, silvery, smoky look. And I did it. I was real proud of myself. That's when I noticed my makeup game was getting slightly better. It was just getting better. Bit by bit. Piece by piece. Next is Oofda. Zodiac Love Signs. This wasn't my favorite because the original is fire. This was okay. I don't feel like the original Zodiac's formula was far superior than this. I don't know if they tweaked it. I don't know if they changed it. I didn't like the colors. I'm a Capricorn and you give me this icy blue color. And you know what? I'm quick to complain because there's another palette where I'm just brown. You know, that's all they give me as a Capricorn. Brown. That's all they give us. Browns. But, you know, I should have been thankful. They decided to give me some form of color. And I'm just like, too frosty. Way too frosty. Which is what leads me to this one right here. This is the Zodiac Capricorn. Now, the formulation is just fine. It's more of the aesthetic or the color scheme that gets me. Brown. It's brown. That's what we got here. Also, I have decluttered 3 of these, but they are the huge 42 pan Artistry palettes. So I had 2 neutral ones. I decluttered those. So the neutral 42 pan neutral palette. Ta-ta. Also, I do have 1 left. I think I've been depotting it, but it's the 42 pan Ultimate Artistry palette. That is also in that one, because they do have some really great shades in that palette. And some of the formula is actually really good, and some of it's a bit meh, but over half the palette. A good, I'd say, 89% is spot on. Real good. Yeah, I'm just singing in my head, sorry. Oh, I'm so weird. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. And next up is, now we're just kind of getting into the, ooh, I like it. The Glam Reflections Gilded. So, let's just show you the color scheme. I had 3 of these, I think. Yeah, I think I had 3 of these. I've decluttered 2. I don't know how. And, oh man, I use this a lot. So, there's a color scheme. Yep. Mirror's nice and large. It's a good palette. Nothing personal. Don't take it personal. Singing Monica, okay? Just one of them days. Why's my phone beeping? Jeez Louise. And, oh goodness gracious. This one is, oh, this is bad. This is when you know you like something. This is the Glam Reflection L'Amour. Okay. I knew I liked it, so why was I so stupid? And I brought it back up. I did. I brought it back up. This one I think is, yeah, this one, the edges are a little bit frayed. This one's been used. Not like I panned the sucker. I have put some pretty good dips in it, but it's not like I really panned anything. Now it looks like some of it has hard pan. I don't know. Got some good dips in it, but nothing where I've hit pan yet. But I just love this palette. I don't know, it just really just grabbed me and I was like, yes. I had problems, y'all. I still have problems. Let's not front. Alright. Next palette is something I don't think they should have made limited edition, because this is a fantastic palette, actually. This is the Royal Affair palette. There you go, if you can't see. And you know what? I have not touched this in a while. I'm not going to cry, but the last look I did with this was probably late July. And my mom was in the hospital and I visited her. I had the green scarf on my head and I matched the eyeshadow. These Crown, Monarch, and I think a touch of Regal. And I matched it to my mom's, well, they're mine, but they were hers, scarf that I wear as a headband. And I visited her in the hospital room. She was awake watching the Late Late Show with James Corden. And she's like, Peapod, that's a pretty color on your eyes. I was like, thanks, I did my makeup, Mom. So I did use it. I need to bust it out again. This has a great formula. It's not your typical color story, but it's really good. The formula's great on this one. I wish they kept this around. I think you can find them in like Marshalls and Ross's. Right now you can't, but normally in the store you can. If you have it, bust it out, play with it. It's great. Really, y'all? So, it's great. That's all I need to say. Okay, I'm just being goofy. Next up are my Destination palettes. So let's just, oh, okay. Can I get it? Okay. We're gonna go ahead and it's beautiful. It's a good formula. It's just not my cuppa, but it's nice. This is the Hanging in Hawaii. And it's beautiful. It's very nice. It's one of the first ones, so it's really good. Next up, again, the formula on these are great. Next up is Love in London. London town. So that is that one. That is that. On that. How many times can I use the word that? In a row. Special. Next, I will have to say is, this one's newer, but I have been playing with it. This is the Smitten in Switzerland palette. Again, great formulas. There are just a little too much ashy starter shades in there for me. So, no. Next up is the Summer in Saint-Tropez, which is a beautiful color story, as you can see on the cover. It's gorgeous. It's so nice. It's just, there are a few shades in there I could do without some of those beigey mustard shades that don't really work, where I put them like, that was a bad idea. Next up is Trendy in Tokyo. Oh, these are good. This one's good. I got it. I will open it. And again, the two shades in here that have the most usage are Bamboo and Wasabi. These two shades, the greens. I love a good green. As much as purple, as you can see me always wear purples and pinks, I do love green eyeshadow. I have done quite a few looks with green eyeshadow. I'm very disappointed with the shade Anime. It's more satiny than anything. I was disappointed because I was thinking, oh man, that's going to be beautiful all over the lid. And then I get into it, I was like, oh, that sucked. That was my reaction, like, oh, that sucked. And then last but not least, from the Travel Destination palettes, Beautiful in Barcelona. This. Oh, I love this one. Now, La Rambla and... yeah, no, it's only one shade. That's ashy. La Rambla. That's it. Everything else is completely usable. I used a lot of Flamenco, Picasso, Familia, Getaway. Ooh, oh man, it's a little dirty. Fiesta. It's so nice. I like it. It's a bit of a muted story. Yes, this is kind of washing out, but these are more. There we go. You see that? There you go. That shade right there is the only ash-tastic shade, you know? But everything else, really good. Really, really, really good. For the love of butterscotch. having some problems here. Okay, next up is actually one of the palettes that is on my eyeballs right now. This is the 1991 palette by Alicia Marie. I wanted this palette so bad. I was like, no, I'm not going to buy any BH cosmetics. I'm not going to do it. So the top row, which is, I'm holding it upside down, but oops. Okay, so I just want to shine. So the top row here is, they're all duochromes. Again, this is a basic duochrome. It is that green to brown shift. I have it in Jackie Aina. That actually reminds me, the next palette that I rank high up, but I decluttered it. After this, I'll tell you. And then the bottom are mattes. The thing is, the mattes on this, I essentially just have 2, because the rest are a bit dusty. It's putting it mildly. And I mean, the packaging is so pretty. Let me just... It's so pretty. I mean, the palette itself, I just thought that was really creative to do kind of basic staple mattes on the bottom row and duochromes, and, you know, with different finishes on the top, which was really cool. I do like that a lot in this palette. Next palette, and I did declutter it to my friend Shamae Ashley, is the Desert, no, it's the Desert Oasis palette. Yes. It also, which I did depot because she goes, Melissa, I'm not going to use that shade, this same duochrome. There we go. Can you see that? Brown, green, green, brown. So yeah, I have this shade multiple times over, even in one of my favorite ColourPop palettes. This is the Perception palette. Yeah, this shade's in it. I think it's called Sassy. So yeah, this is a very popular duochrome, or a very popular shade to put in and be like, let's do a little duochrome. Brown, green, green, brown. So yeah, a little pop of awesome. I'm pretty sure that's not how anybody talks like that, but you know, it's whatever. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty gritty, guys. We're down to the 1, 2, 3. We're down to the last 5. Oh, we're down to the top 5. I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 5. I literally had to count that. Oh my gosh, there's something wrong with me. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Now, coming in the top 5, it's my Ray Ray. The round 2 collaboration. Or 3. I don't know exactly which round this is, but I love this palette. So you get a top row of neutrals, and then you get like jewel tones, and then jewel tone mattes to follow it. This yellow, it works. Could we not? Could we not? This works. That yellow in the Daisy Marquez palette, nah son. A lot of concealer and a lot of building up to get that sapsucker to show up on me. Because I also did a great look with it one day because I matched it to my Def Leppard t-shirt or something like that. I did like a yellow, red, orangey look. And this one's a trooper. This be my boo. Next up, Zodiac palette. This is my number 4 spot. I didn't count anything else, but the last 5 I'm counting. I'm actually counting. This one's my original. I have a backup of this too. I got problems, y'all. Look. When did I think I was going to run out of makeup? When? You see how many palettes I have from BH alone, let alone my other shadows. When did I think I was going to run out of makeup? I was like, well, bam. The shade I've put the most dent in is Scorpio. And this... see that? Oh. Buddy. It's a beautiful, warm, orange, bronzy shade. I wear this so much. Now this palette, it finally gave me an olive green, which is a nice change of pace for Capricorn, which is my sign. January, Capricorns. So it gave me this really nice olive green and then a corresponding kind of olive green matte together. There we go. Just trying to. So. Swatching on my knuckles. Like the matte. The mattes, there is obviously. That was a bad swatch, but as you can see, the pigment's there. It's got more on my finger, but this is good. Very good. And there's like a little bit of a gold shift to the formula on this is so good. I'm just so curious why it felt like it didn't carry over to the Love Sign palette, and it felt like it didn't carry over into the mini Zodiac. Like, the only one I have is the Capricorn one, which is all browns and browns. It's all browns. Browns. Legit. Browns. That's it. Browns. Now, we're down to the top 3. Can you tell what that was? No. Alright. Next up. Ooh. It's my Ray Ray palette. Ooh. She's a beaut. I actually had 2 of these. I decluttered one. I gave it to my friend. Now, this is just a real basic. I have a shadow loose in here. I gave Shmi like I've used both of them. Why was I special? But I sanitized and I gave it to her months ago. But I have a shadow loose in here, so that's why I'm not tipping it over. So it has face shades, so contour and highlights, and then the bottom. It's just you get a couple of shimmers and then 2 rows of mattes. Let me tell you something. I did an all matte look with this palette. Sorry I sound a bit froggy, but this blends like a dream. It is great quality. This is definitely melanated individual friendly, because the creator, it's my Ray Ray, is a woman of color. She's fair, but a woman of color indeed. And the formulation, A+ on the formula. It rocks my socks. It really does. Next up, it's such a toss-up, because this was my first baby. This is the first palette I purchased on 8/17/17, and this is my Solar Flare. And this is the first one. As you can hear my palette, like, the pan's rattling. You're about to see what almost 3 years of use gets you. I completely used this shade up and the pan fell out. So I used it up and it's gone. But as you can see, I have panned and put heavy dips in a lot of shades. This, okay, swipe. Look at that. Just easy. I use Photosphere. It's a beautiful yellow, green shade. It's like a light duochrome. These are big shadows. You can see Galactic is completely panned, Gamma Ray is panned, Energy is nearly panned, Fireball's almost on its way there. Some shades have not gotten much use. Pulsar, Spectrum, and Chromosphere haven't gotten much use. Oh, Chromosphere's pretty, and a pan fell out. And the heat pan fell out. Whatever. It's fine. I'm just telling you, this is a good little warm tone neutral palette. And I love this palette. When I don't know what to do, I just take a little bit, I may wet my brush and just foil them up and just leave it on the eye, and that's it. Put a little eyeliner on. Be like, hey, I feel fancy. I kind of gave a hint. Since I didn't mention it or show it, you should know. It's number 1. The Weekend Festival. Oh, these top 10, the formulation, so good. But this Solar Flare, the Ray Ray palettes, and the Zodiac palettes really take the cake on this. Oh, I can't bend it all the way back, but let me just show you what I've done. Your girl hit pan, and I'm almost about to hit pan on the purple. And Solstice is also about to hit pan. There are some big dips in this palette. This is a great palette. Oh, why didn't they keep making the little festival like every year for music fests? Which this year, I know music fests. It's Couchcella. It's Netflixcella. So it's basically sit your arm from home, Cella, okay? But why didn't they make the rest of this stuff like this? So I'm wearing these two together. Oh, take off my glasses. Oh, and I forgot, I did have that Illusion palette. And fail mentions. The little 6-pan quads, duds. The Illusion palette, didn't like it so much. It's a nice quality. Decluttered to my friend Mads. And the Opalescent palette, oh my god, that thing sucked. That's also in the bottom. I decluttered that to my friend Bybel. Works better for her than it did for me. Oh, and I'm like blind. So here's my look. It's the shade Spooky all over my lid. You know, just to give that fun pop. Obviously, hot pink, which is dippy. So I've got Swag and Dippy. I dipped into the mattes, Dippy and Swag. And then I used Spooky, which is this shade right here in the palette, to put all over my lid. Eyeliner, mascara. And, oh, I mixed in a little bit of Alchemy. Can't really tell, but mixed a little bit of that in to help darken it up toward the outer V. These combined together, phenomenal. And these, as you can see, they have so much use because they're in my everyday makeup bag. So when I don't know what to do with whatever to wear, these two are my go-tos. That's just how it goes down. These are the go-tos. These are my staples. And I enjoy these palettes so much. And I have nothing but great things to say about them. Because they are truly, truly that good. We made it in under an hour, I think. That's a lot of makeup. You guys don't need this much makeup. You never need this much makeup, okay? Do as I say, not as I do. You know? Do as I say, not as I do. Next, if you want, I'm thinking about ranking the Juvia's Place palettes I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 because I went ham last year and I just bought 1 on my birthday and then 7 in 1 month. I was like, But anywho, I may rank those next. You never know. Yeah. But anywho, thank you all for watching and sticking around. I appreciate it. If you could please just do me a solid, please take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Let someone know that you have, that you haven't seen, obviously, and spoken to in a while, that you're thinking of them. Reach out. Please reach out. Everything is a bit wild right now, so just keep in touch with your friends and loved ones. That's good. Via phone, text, all the new apps and applications to chat, video chat. Wow. Lots of words. Also, it would behoove you to make the smart choices. Please make smart choices. Again, as always, making the smart choice is not easiest. Sometimes having to make that choice hurts and feels completely just wrong, but you know it's right. So it really does behoove you, and it should move you to make smart choices. They will benefit you in the short term sometimes and in the long run. Okay? Again, thank you all for chilling for almost an hour or so. Appreciate it. If you'd like to, say hi, you can below in the where comments would go. You can always say, oh, but anyway, again, thank you again for watching me and all my awkwardness. I'm sleepy. This has been a rough week. This is the end of my week. By the way, it's snowing in the middle of April. Damn Midwest. There's something wrong with this place, y'all. Something is wrong with this place. That's all I got to say. Word. Now, peace easy. I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care of yourself. Bye.